I'm gonna have to sit through the instructions to find out everything that's going on. So I'm already annoyed. For me, who someone is kind of dumb that just wants to point and shoot because I want to point and shoot stuff, that's the one that I'm leaning to. Overall, high quality. I am picking. What's up everybody, welcome back to New 9 Golf. Today I'm doing another rangefinder review video for you. These are a lesser known rangefinder brand. I think because I've been looking at a lot of rangefinders since we review rangefinders on our channel, I get all these crazy sponsored ads and I narrowed it down to this company, Milesy or Milesy? Whichever way you want to call it. I bought their less expensive version, 190 bucks, and I bought their best version, so they say, at 370. I'm gonna unbox them, give you guys my first impressions and an overall review of what I think of the Milesy or Milesy rangefinder. All right, we're gonna start with the less expensive model. So I'm just gonna put this guy to the side while we are taking a look at this one. So this is the Milesy PFS1 laser rangefinder. It's definitely a Asian company, so I'm not sure if they're in China or where they are, but there is some Asian calligraphy on the box. What does it say? So it says that it has flagpole scanning, vibration, and angle switch. Angle switch meaning slope. So to get a slope rangefinder for 180 bucks, 190 bucks, that's already a pretty decent deal. This picture is what I assume it looks like. It should be black and gold. It says the field is 7.5 degrees. Any idea what that means? Me either. Maybe if you guys watching, you know what the field is, but that's kind of what the box looks like. On the back of the box, it says large field laser rangefinder telescope. I think there's some language barrier in the English dialect, but for 190 bucks, let's hope it's a decent model. Okay, already we got a case. This is funny to me that it is a orange and gray case, because you know who else has a case that looks just like this? Bushnell. So no surprise that maybe there's some mimicking going on already with rangefinders. Looks to be in decent make, decent manufacturing, I think. It's got a little carabiner on it that you can hang it onto your bag, a little strap, and it says Milesy or Milesy rangefinder in golf, pro certified. I wonder who the pro is. Let's take a look, get it out of the box. Oh, is there anything else in the box? Instructions in English and Chinese, or some Asian dialect. There is a cloth, and I actually already put the battery inside of the rangefinder. So it does come with a CR2 battery, those little expensive batteries that are only in rangefinders. Okay, here it is. Let's get this stuff out of the way. So it is pretty compact and it fits quite well in my hand. I think it is quite comfortable. There's a little grip spot for your thumb that will hang down there, so I do quite like that. There is the slope function. So it looks like there's just a switch on the side that I can turn slope on or off. The eyepiece, I assume, should turn. So yeah, if I want to dial in my optics, I can turn this little piece. And then there's two buttons on top. So one is M, which I believe is for mode, and the other is power. The battery slot is on the side, so I'll undo this really quick. I'll show you the little CR2 battery. CR2 battery's inside. It is a Marshall 3V CR2. These things aren't cheap, and the fact that they at least give you one that'll get you on the course if you bought it the day of, or you know, the day it arrives, you're going golfing. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my hat around just so I can get my brim out of the way. If you haven't seen the New 9 Golf hats, go to new9golf.com, check out what hats we got in stock. Okay, taking a look right away. So I'm looking inside of the optic and I see a kind of a cross, which is my target. So if I'm gonna be looking for a flag, I'm gonna get that little cross over top of the flag. I do see a flag and it has flag recognition. So when I would shoot the flag, this is supposed to vibrate. And right now there's an M in the top corner, and M being meters. So depending where you are in the world and what metrics you use, you can shoot in meters or yards. If I wanna shoot in yards, I believe I just hit this meter button. Okay, so the mode, sorry, not meter button, the mode button. Mode button on top, if I just hold it for 3 seconds, then it changed to yards. That's what I'm used to playing in. There is a slope function. I mentioned this little dial on the side that I can turn. So right now, slope is on. So when I click the shoot button, Okay, so there's a top line that shows me my distance to the flag, and there's a bottom line that shows me what the slope adjusted distance is. I can tell it's well made. It does not feel cheap by any means, and I would 100% take this to the course to see what type of accuracy that I get. This company, Milesy or Milesy, has a ton of stuff on their website that is a ton of different measuring devices. So I'm pretty sure that this is just what they do, is they're in the business of getting measurements. I like the look of it. The yellow and the black is quite nice. There's some overlay type graphics on the rangefinder. I'd be thrilled to take this out. It does come with that little cleaning cloth, like I mentioned, that if the optics get dirty, you can adjust it. But overall, I think this looks to be of very good quality. For 190 bucks, you cannot go wrong. These, like I mentioned, you can get on the Milesy website. We'll put a link up there so you can take a look at them. And you can also try to find them on Amazon. So overall, I would 100% give this a stamp of approval, that I would be confident taking it to the course. The only thing, or the only knack, whatever you want to call it, is just this case I thought was funny. Just from a branding perspective, it feels kind of like a knockoff, just because it's, Bushnell is obviously kind of the leader in making rangefinders, and the fact that they made their case look exactly like Bushnell, I thought was rather funny. And maybe they could have matched the case to the box. I think it'd be cooler if this was a black case with some yellow accents, that way it stands out. But who am I to tell you how to run your business? I'm just a YouTuber. Okay, overall, I would be thrilled to put this onto my bag. For 190 bucks, I don't think you can go wrong. So that was the Milesy PFS1. Now, let's take a look at their more expensive model. Oh, let's put the instructions back in here. Okay, looking on their website, this is the most expensive model. This is supposed to be their best model, and it's a binocular. I've never had a rangefinder that is a binocular. So I don't know how I feel about a rangefinder being binoculars. That's just different than what I'm used to. I'm trying to think if I've seen anyone that had binocular style rangefinders. I'm sure they've been out there. To me, it just feels outdated that every current model or a modern rangefinder is like the PFS1 that we just took a look at, that it's a single eye optic, point and shoot. That's why I call it a point and shoot, because what do? You point and shoot. So for this being binoculars, this is definitely different. So let's get this out of the box and see what the impressions are. I was expecting this to be orange and gray, but it's not. It is all black. And if you know my style, I do like all blacks or some neutrals. This looks like its own rangefinder, its own case, its own marketing, that it doesn't look like it's trying to look like someone else. Inside the box, there is more instructions. There is an optic cloth. There's a USB port, and I'm pretty sure that it doesn't take a battery, that you can actually charge it. So already I think that's pretty cool. It comes with a leather strap. I'm thinking if you wanted to strap this to your hand, maybe? I don't know. We'll dive into it. Maybe the instructions will tell us what this is. And then we also have a carabiner to hook onto the back of the bag. So before we get into the accessories, let's take an overall look at the rangefinder. Okay, here they are. Yeah, they look like binoculars. Imagine binoculars that look like binoculars. So let's look at the buttons first. So I see 1, 2, 3 buttons on the top. They're not named anything. One has a triangle, one's got a circle, the other one is just a rectangle. It says the Pro 1000 meters made in China. Okay, now we know where it came from. They came from China. I think most things that we put into our golf bag are likely made in China. There is a, what is that charge port? There's a USB-C charger. I'm not very techie. I lean on Felix to answer these questions. Okay, so we got USB to USB-C. They give you the cord. They don't give you the charging blocks. If you've got an iPhone or any charging block at home, it can just go into there. That's pretty cool. To eliminate a battery in these things is awesome. My biggest pet peeve with any type of rangefinder is when it dies on the course. Like, that sucks. I actually carry an extra battery in my bag because I'm so anal about my battery dying. But if this was to die on the course and you had maybe like a mobile charger block or whatever you call those things, then at least you could charge it on the course. Okay, let's take a look at these optics. When I put them to my face already, they don't match my eye holes. So it will bend like a normal set of binoculars, and I can get it comfortable. It does already have a charge. Oh. I've found my first pet peeve or something kind of annoying in this rangefinder. Like the last rangefinder, there's that little optic cross that I can find the pin of a golf flag. Right now, with it being wide, like as wide as possible, the cross is square. As I angle it to fit my eyes, it turns on an angle. So instead of all the numbers reading straight across, it reads on an angle because I'm changing the dimension of these binoculars. Both of the eye ports? I don't even know what you'd call this. Both of the eye holes? I don't know what I want to call this, but both spots where you would put your eye, you can change to get the optics proper to your eyes. There is slope on this as well. And let's try to play with these buttons and see where I can find the slope come on and off. So I see something that says, so I hit this button once and now it says kilometers per hour. I wonder what this is going to be changing. And it doesn't go to miles. So kilometers an hour, I don't know what I would shoot and see kilometers an hour. Like, is this like a radar gun? Okay, I'm gonna have to look into the instructions to see what it's gonna tell me about kilometers an hour. Maybe it picks up wind. I know there's some rangefinders out there now that have wind readings. I'll have to test it and find out what's going on there. Let's hit this button again. So now I see a Y with a cloud and rain droplets. So Y and M is still, so that's yards. And rain droplets, why would it show little rain, like is it gonna tell me what the weather is outside? Like I should be standing outside, I should know what the weather is. Don't know what that's about. Gonna have to look at the instructions. Hit it again, and now I see those 45-degree angles again. There's actually two of them. So one looks kind of like a, is it a protractor? Does that bring me back to math class? No, not a protractor, but again, there's two 45-degree angles, kind of making up triangles. I have no idea what those are for, to be honest. And then there's a little degree sign circle at the bottom. There's a lot going on in this rangefinder. So already I'm confused. So if I want to take it to the golf course and just shoot a pin and get a yardage or shoot a sand trap, it's annoying that I'm gonna have to go through all of the instructions. I'm not someone that's big into instructions. I like to take stuff out of the box and start using it, and I should be able to figure it out. This is complex, without a doubt. And to drop $375 or $380, $390 on this, I'm already kind of annoyed. If you're someone that loves binocular and you don't like looking at them, I'm sure you could figure this thing out. But for me, as an avid golfer, I'm returning this. For what I need it to do, I'm taking it back. What I also notice is that the optics are only in the right eye. So already I'm being forced to focus in on one of the optics, so I might as well just use a single lens rangefinder. I don't know, I'm confused. That I don't think there's a demand in the golf market for a binocular rangefinder. Maybe I'm wrong. If you're like a bird enthusiast and you bird watch on the weekends and you golf on your weekdays, maybe this is the product for you. Not the product for me, especially for $390. So my overall feedback is that there's a ton of going on in here. I'm gonna have to sit through the instructions to find out everything that's going on. So already I'm annoyed. If I was to pick between the two, between the binoculars and between the single point and shoot, 100% I'm picking this, the PFS1. I still wanna know what that stands for, PFS. Pretty Far Sight 1. I don't know. Cool rangefinder, I like the colors, I like that it's different. I don't like that it has a Bushnell case. Overall though, I think they're of high quality for sure. I don't think a golfer is making these though. I think that there is a mathematician somewhere that is coming up with the functionality of them, which that's not a bad thing. Like some people are more analytical than others. But for me, someone is kind of dumb that just wants to point and shoot because I want to point and shoot stuff, point and shoot pins, that's one that I'm leaning to. Overall, high quality. I am picking the less complex over the more complex, but I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. Maybe one of you has this Milesy or Milesy binocular, and maybe you love it. I would love to hear about it and hear why. If you haven't already, smash subscribe, turn on post notifications, and hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps our channel out so much, and I really appreciate all you guys watching. Got a lot of videos in store for you, and I can't wait to drop those, and you'll see them if you turn on post notifications. Thanks again for watching New 9 Golf. We'll check in with you next time.